To the jungle. I found a canvas, so I'm gonna paint a landscape on the canvas today. I don't know if I put what I put in the description. If I put paper, but this is gonna be canvas. It's a it's what I prefer when I paint. But a lot of times, as many paintings as I do, the paper booklet seems to be working out for me on the for the flowers. So it's changing my whole way of doing business now. I probably have to start selling prints. I might go back on Etsy and the one good thing about Etsy is you just have to upload the picture and then the company does all the rest. They print it out on whatever the person orders. Could be canvas. They got all these different sizes you can get. Like on my 12 by 16, you can order a large one to like go over your fireplace or something. But the thing about Etsy, it's got, you got to pay a monthly fee. And if you're not selling anything, I mean, it could cost you some money if nothing's selling. So that's why I'm working on I'm trying to build my name right now. I mean, if you're a new artist and you're thinking about going on Etsy, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it unless you know for sure what you're going to be selling is going to sell. Because I mean, everybody and their uncle is on Etsy. So I'm going to do a landscape here, starting with the sky. That looks pretty cool so far. Let's put a let's put a dark spot right in the middle here. Cool. All right. I gotta find some paper towels here. Let's see. I got my phone on. Always happy. How you doing? Cool name. Always happy. Glad you made it in today. If you're new to the channel, I'm gonna get all my paint in real quick from top to bottom, and then I'll start designing it. Uh, that's usually how I do a landscape, but I've got like I've got 10 different ways I do a landscapes, but this is just one of the ways. We'll put a cool mountain in here. I kind of want to maybe have a big mountain in here. There we go. You know, the one thing I didn't do, I didn't lay down any sap green. Here, I got some here for my trees. So it's Friday. I was off today, but I had to go. I went and did some other work. And I just got done with that. So I'm back in the studio painting. I think I want to put a tree over here today in the sky. I'll just lay the color in for now. Something coming off the side of the painting here. Maybe on both sides. There's something smaller over here. There we go. These landscapes are really fun to do. They're real relaxing. After this, I'll be doing one of my flower arrangements. I just went and took 2 more paintings down to the restaurant where I get to hang some of my art. So it was two flowers. You know, the flower arrangements that I do. And then next Saturday, I have a farmer's market. I'll be selling at the farmer's market again. This time I'll record it. Maybe I'll go live. So you can kind of see what it's like to be out there selling artwork at the farmer's market here in Seattle. It's pretty fun. You get to meet a lot of people, that's for sure. I'll put some grass down here. All right, I'm almost done with my undertone. This is what I consider my underpaint. So once I get this laid out, then I know it'll tell me about where I want to put my trees and bushes and stuff. There we go. Looks good. I make this a little bigger here. see who's in here. I don't know if you're still here. Lily, Bob, Rose Taylor. How you doing? I just did a bunch of roses last night. They came out great. You got to go check out my video from last night, the live. I did a dozen roses in a vase, man. It came out pretty awesome. It was fun too, fun to paint. There we go. So usually I get my color down like that on the canvas. Now I'll start working it a little bit. GCF. Ed's here. Hey. Hope Lopez. How you doing today? I think I want a bunch of clouds around the mountain today. Just kind of bellowing over the top. We'll use small brush strokes today. Maybe around the trees too. It'll give it some kind of, the painting, some kind of personality. Get some tonalism going here. Mixed some of that tree into the sky. Makes it look like an oil painting when you do this. Look at that. Wow. I think I'm going to grab a bigger filbert brush so I kind of like that look. So what I'm going to do, we do a little bit on the sky, and then I'll do the mountain real quick. These are really small little brush strokes. But I'm going pretty quick. Really quick. There we go. It makes it looks really cool. Let me do the mountain real quick, and I'll come back to the sky. I mean, I don't have much of a mountain up there, so I'm going to fix it. We're going to put a few more peaks up here. There we go. 3 peaks up there. Today I'll use a brush on my mountain. So I know there's a lot of people out there that they don't know how to use a knife, so I'll show you how you can use a brush on your mountain and still make it look good. Now, take your brush. This is what I do. I just take a brush and put some white on it and hold it like you're holding a knife, okay? And we'll just put a little snow on each peak real quick. And just let it, the brush, drag it down a little, like that, just to establish your peaks. Then what I like to do is look at it and see how these mountains are moving. And we can maybe, add some over here on this one. And just work the brush like it's a knife. Just gently pull it like this. You'll still get the same effect as a knife. You see that? Because a lot of people can't do the knife, but the brush is a little easier to handle. And I think if you do this and you're having problems with your mountains, I think this will help you get your color up there. Now you could either leave your mountain gray back there, or you can add some color to it. Let's add some color to it. I'm going to take some turquoise and put a little blue in it. And maybe just a touch of white to dull it down a bit. Check this out now. It's almost like a greenish color. And we'll put that in the dark side of the mountain here. Work it the same way, like it's a knife. You can leave some of the gray underneath. You don't have to cover all the gray. That's a really nice color. Yeah, look at that. Man, I just looked at it through the camera. It looks pretty awesome. This one you can make a small peak up here, like this, and make it look like it's way back there. Take a little more white and run some white in front of it, like this. And you can push that peak further back, okay? See that? Doesn't that look cool? All right, there we go. Now I'm going to keep an eye on my white because sometimes it'll soak in to the gray, and you might have to come back and hit it again to brighten it up. But let's just let it set for a while and see what happens. But look at that, the mountains, how cool they look. Doesn't that look cool? Like more like an oil painting, you see? Now, there's different ways to paint. Like this, down here, all this stuff, I kind of brushed it in because that's like the undertone. Now, the rest of the painting is where you pick your brushes you want, and you could do different styles. You know, there's a lot of different styles. This style I'm going for is maybe like brush strokes. See, I want to see my brush strokes in there. So this one's probably going to take a little while to get it done correctly. But it's looking pretty good. Man, I really love those mountains. Now, I just looked at them again. So as you're looking at your mountains, I just seen I can add a little more green or turquoise color in some different spots here, like right here, and create some different ledges on the mountain. Just like that. You don't have to go overboard. Just, all right. I'll let that set for a while, then I'll now this next section here, I should lighten it up a little bit. I'll do that after I put some hills in here. This is just burnt umber with, it has a little yellow ochre in it. I'm going to create some hills in here. Very cool. Very cool. I like that. That looks very cool. I'm just going to paint now, and you'll, you'll have to just pick up some ideas by watching me. Very cool. Now I do go out there in the summer, and we have these things called Summerfest in Seattle, and I sell there as well. That's where I do really good with the landscapes. So I mean, if you're an artist and you've never done a landscape, they do sell still. It's a good seller. Uh, and you know, painting is kind of like your signature. You'll get your own style, and I think if somebody tried to do this painting, it would yours would come out a little different because it all depends on you know how you lay the paint down, and you can use different colors. That's looking pretty good. I really like that. Let's put a tree in there, like in the back, like there's some kind of tree here. Way in the distance there. I can't believe there's only one person watching today. Who is that? Who could it be? Is it Cosmo Girl? Or Ed? Is it Ed? Nobody likes to watch landscapes anymore. I'll do some of my flowers after this. The I got some cool ideas for the my vase and flowers on the next one. Do 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 do. I know this is a little different than some of my landscapes. I just wanted this one to look more like an oil painting. So I'm doing more brush strokes than uh, laying it down like with big swooping down here. I'll have to do that. Let me get these trees going here. These are always fun to do. I'm going to try a new fan brush. Let me try this one here. It's a little bigger, so I can lay some more paint down. I don't know if I cleaned it good enough. I think I did. I'm going to turn this into a red. Uh, Mixture of violet red with some more red in it and mix a little black in it. What I'm going to do is turn this tree dark right now. And then I'm going to highlight it with the pink. It's going to end up being like a Japanese maple leaf tree or something maybe. All right, there we go. That's a dark, rich red. But watch this. Watch what happens when I highlight this thing. Man, it's going to look wicked. If that one turns out good, I might do it on the other side as well. Now you notice I left the tonalism in here with the green and the blue around the tree. Doesn't that look cool? That's like an old technique from the 1800s, before they invented Impressionism. They used to do it like that. All right, I'm going to highlight that tree with very light color. It's the same color, I just lightened it up, so I'm not sure if I like this brush. I might change to a filbert brush. Let me do that. That way all the brush strokes look the same. Here we go. I got a good one here. I think it's a size 6 filbert. We'll see. I might not like this brush. Let's see. Looks pretty good. I might have to lighten it up some more. But I like the way I can see now where all my highlight points need to go. It looks pretty good. It's a nice color. Nice color goes with that the turquoise color up here. Goes really nice together. And I like the tonalism going on here. You see that green around there? That looks so good. I'm thinking this tree here, maybe I'll do it yellow. Like this golden color out here. Uh, then I'll have yellow, green down here, and red over here, and blue back here. Yeah, let's try that. All right, I'll do this tree next. I'll highlight that a little more. I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit. So this one I'm gonna make. I'll use yellow ochre with burnt umber mixed into it, and maybe a little red and some white, maybe a little green. It's almost like I want it to be a darker color first so I can highlight it. That way I can highlight it with lighter colors. Let me see what that looks like. Yeah, yeah, I think it'll go good. Very good. Very good. I'll put some branches in there when I'm before I'm done, like twigs and branches and stuff. So this one, I'm going to highlight it with a lighter color now. Might have to let it dry a bit. All right, I think I like it. So I'm just trying to pick some branches here. Do 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 do. Pretty cool. Pretty cool tree. Really small brush strokes in there. Look at that. Japanese maple leaf tree is what that is. Oh, do we got Bob Rossers in here? Bob Ross fans? Yeah, I love Bob Ross. This is acrylic paint though, so it's a little different style than Bob, but he did do landscapes. I think I'm going to brighten this up with yellow, the highlights on it. This looks really cool, that red tree. Using really small brush strokes today. I mean, really tiny. Pretty much layering everything. Wow. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a nice color. Very nice color. Ooh, I'm starting to yawn. Very cool. So I'm not going to use a knife on this painting. I usually like to have a knife to line my water here, but I'll use a brush so it all looks the same, you know. really digging this landscape for some reason. I'm really digging it. So I think, well, I'm going to leave the sky like this up here and then have these clouds like, yeah, bellowing uh, up to it. So I think that's what's going to happen. That light blue. There it is. A light blue. Do 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 do. I think I like the darker blue better. All right, very good. I'm so glad I was off today. I went and helped somebody, a friend, I had to fix something for him in his basement, but that didn't take too long. And I went and hung a couple more paintings at this restaurant that I hang. I hang some of my paintings at this restaurant, so I took a few more down there. I'll put some purple up here. I guess I have to make it make a little purple. Yeah, we'll do a light, very light purple here. Very small brush strokes, real tiny, but it ends up looking pretty good. I'm trying to make it look like an oil painting. Trying to save this tonalism I got going on here. You see it? I don't want to cover it, so I got to remember that it's there. Very cool. Very cool sky so far. If I had the time, I would probably work it all the way up, but I'm not going to have time for this video to do that. This one's taking a little longer, so this one I'd probably sell for a lot more money. Probably like $500 or something. I like the way the trees look. Uh, it's really cool. Let me zoom back into it for you so you can see how cool the sky looks. Yeah, I like the way it looks. I don't even have anything in the foreground yet to help with the depth, but I know it's going to look good. I like the way I'm doing the clouds is a lot different than the way I usually do them. This is just overall a better painting than when I slapped the paint up there really quickly. I saw Marianne earlier this morning. She said, "Take your time." I'm like, "All right, I'll take my time." So when you take your time, this is what happens. So it looks a little better. All right, I got to think about this now. Where am I at on time? 53 minutes. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set the tone down here real quick. Some hills. Yeah, I like that. I can fill all these little hills in with flowers. Try a little yellow with that green. Let's see what it does. Cool. I think I want to put all, like, you know what I should do is like a field of daisies. Uh, all in here. That would take a long time, but man, that would look so cool. I don't want to ruin. I think I like what's going on here, so I'm just going to put a bush here, because I don't want to. I don't want to put anything over the mountain. So let me do this. I'm going to put some bushes here. Like maybe a fence in this one. Like a wooden fence. I better stop here with the bush then. I might do like I don't know. Might not put a fence in there. Getting ahead of myself. So I did join. I joined TikTok, and I threw a bunch of some of the cuts from YouTube on TikTok. They seem to be doing pretty good. Like, I just joined them. I get like 600 views for each little short that I do. Not a lot of likes though, but I do get a lot of views. I think TikTok, what I see a lot of videos on TikTok is more like they like watching people get hurt or uh, like funny stuff. They like funny stuff. They like girls fighting with each other. I don't know. It's a crazy world. Let me see. Those aren't my favorite bushes, but they'll have to do for now. So I'm going to line up these hills with some tall grass here. Cool. I think I'll go another 5 minutes and then I'm going to end this one. Trying to think. I think I think I could put a tree right here. Let me do that. I do have a number 1 round brush. We'll try a little burnt umber with some black. And let's see what kind of tree I can put here. Wow. Yeah, I really like that. This is where the kids would be swinging over the water, you know. Playing on the tree. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Pretty cool. Pretty cool tree. And I think, oh, maybe one right here. We'll do it. We'll just do a stump here. Like a tree that's been kind of cut down. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-ba. Cosmo girl, how you doing? I just saw you in here. I'm going to do a flower vase next after this. More like something like this. I'll be doing after I'm done with this. I think I'm about done because there's still a lot on here I'll need to do, and I don't want to spend any more time on it right now. There's I still want to put a whole bunch of flowers down here. It would take too long, so and I still got to finish the sky. Put a few birds up there for now. Look at that. This one's, I really like the way it's coming out. I used all brush strokes in this one, which is, there's some people out there that's how they paint. They use brush strokes. There's supposed to be water here. There you go, guys. I really like this one, but I've already got over an hour in it, so I'm going to start a new one here in about 15 minutes. Look how cool that sky came out so far with the clouds. Doesn't that look cool? Rolling clouds. I like the Japanese maple tree over here. I like that yellow tree, like the golden tree. Yeah, it really looks cool. I still got to put I think I'm going to make this all flowers in here. So that's why I'm not doing it yet. It's going to be all yellow flowers down here. Thanks, Ruben. So I want to get into an easier painting, so I'm going to end this one. I want to get into another flowers. Cool. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you in about 20 minutes. If you guys are around, come back, and you'll see me do something different. Cheers.